Hi, my name is Manpreet, and in today's video we will be talking about 5 work from home jobs that are in demand right now, have flexible work hours, easy to do, pay you well in 2021, and most importantly, you can do those jobs by sitting in any part of the world. So let's start. Before we move forward, take like 3 seconds and hit that subscribe button down below. Done. Let's move forward. So the first job on the list is perfect for people who are trying to do a part-time job or who are not willing to tie themselves to a 9-to-5 job. So the role I'm talking about is the job of a virtual assistant. So most small companies and even entrepreneurs are always on the lookout to outsource some of their work on contract basis. Businesses typically hire virtual assistants to do their administrative tasks. Depending on the client's needs, the task of a virtual assistant can vary from managing emails or customer service or bookkeeping or social media management, basically everything that falls under the administrative tasks. In simple words, assisting your client in whatever work they need help with is the task of a virtual assistant. Now, if you talk about what are the requirements to be a virtual assistant, I would say an active internet connection, a computer, and some organizing skills. Those are the basic ones, and rest it depends on your client, the client you choose to deal with, and what skill set do they require for their work. Now the next question is, where can we find virtual assistant jobs? Well, there are companies, virtual assistant companies, that pay you on hourly basis. One of them is Belay Solutions. They pay like $15 to $18 an hour, and they also have a Facebook community where all the virtual assistants help each other or encourage each other. Basically, it's a community where all the VAs get together and like help each other and communicate with each other. Another one is Virtual Assist USA. They pay like $15 to $16 an hour, and they also have that 401k. That's a really good thing to have. Other than that, if you are more interested in freelancing, or you don't want to work for a company, you can find clients on Upwork, or there's also freelancer.com. So you can like search and find clients for yourself as per your requirements on those websites. There are also many short-term courses available online, just in case you think that you might need to sharpen your skills a bit, or maybe need some classes to like boost your confidence. So there are multiple short-term classes available online, or you can always go to YouTube and watch some videos and learn some tips and tricks for free. Now, if we talk about how much money a virtual assistant can make on an average basis, I would say somewhere between $20 to $40 an hour. Having said that, there are also people who charge much less than that. For example, $10 an hour. But there's nothing to worry about. If you're experienced enough and you own that specialized skill set that is required by your client, you can charge much higher than the average rate. Ultimately, it comes down to the quality of work that is being delivered, and also finding the right kind of client who is ready to pay the right worth of your skill set. So with more experience, there is a massive income potential. Now, next on the list is virtual bookkeeping. I know when I say bookkeeping, there can be some kind of fear like, I'm not good at numbers, I'm not good at math, this isn't cut for me. But trust me, it's not that difficult. If I have to break down the literal meaning of bookkeeping, it means tracking all the income and expenses. And how to do that? Simply by documenting it. Simple. You don't have to be a financial professional or have that advanced knowledge or skills like a CPA. All you need to do is have basic understanding of how bookkeeping works, and basically document and categorize everything for the CPAs. They are the ones who will be doing that advanced calculations and filing the taxes and that kind of work. If we talk about what is required to be a virtual bookkeeper, I would say you'll probably need to take some bookkeeping courses, provided that you do not have any accounting background. Plus, you'll also have to do some learning in accounting software, preferably QuickBook, because that is the one which is most commonly used in the majority of the companies. So if you learn how to use QuickBook, you're pretty much good to go. One thing that I really wanted to make clear between the job approach and the freelancing approach is that if you are more inclined towards the stable source of income from the very start, I would highly advise you to go with the job option. Freelancing approach definitely seems to be more fruitful in the long run, but it takes time. establishing yourself as a freelancer takes time. It doesn't happen like that. So you'll have to put yourself out there again and again. You'll have to be patient until the time comes where you have made that goodwill, where people come to you by themselves and like client come to you by themselves. So yeah, it will take time, but it might be a more fruitful option. But you will have to be patient, and it definitely takes time. So my point is, you might want to weigh your options and see which approach works best for you. Well, let's talk about some money. How much money a virtual bookkeeper can make on an average basis. If you're working for a company, the average salary that you get is like $35,000 to $45,000 a year. But if you are more inclined towards the freelancing approach, I would say the scope of your earning definitely increases. Let me back this with an example here. So the average money that a company spends for a bookkeeping contract is like $300 a month. So if you're really efficient, you can complete that month's worth of tasks within a few hours. So that way you can like get more clients and make more money. Well, I would say more hours plus efficiency is equals to more money. So ultimately it comes down to how efficient you are with your work. Now if we talk about where you can find these kind of clients, I'd say you can look up on fiverr.com, then there's also upwork.com, then there's also freelancer.com. So these are the kind of websites where you can find clients for yourself. Now next, move on to the next job. This one is one of my favorites. If you have a degree, then awesome. If not, you still have a fair chance to do this job. Now what I'm talking about is online tutoring. After the pandemic hit, the demand for online tutors has simply skyrocketed. I mean, the concept isn't anything new. This was always there. Online tutoring jobs were always there. But the pandemic thing has definitely accelerated the job prospects in the market. So if you like teaching or have some experience in teaching or have the knowledge of a specific subject, you can start your journey as an online tutor. Subjects that are usually high in demand are science, maths, and English. And the classes that are taught are usually taught via Skype or Zoom calls, and some are also pre-recorded sessions. Now if we talk about how much money you can make as an online tutor, I would say again it depends on the fact that whether you choose to go with the online tutoring jobs or you prefer a more freelancing approach. In a job offered by a company, the average amount of money that you can make is like $30,000 to $40,000 a year. But if you choose to go with the freelancing option, the average money that you can earn is like somewhere between $10 an hour to $50 an hour. Now if we talk about the eligibility, what it takes to be an online tutor, I would say it entirely depends on the demands and the requirements of the client. For example, there can be clients who may ask you to have a specific degree in a subject or have some kind of teaching experience. Or on the other side, there can also be clients who do not bother about your degree as long as you have that teaching skills. My point here is you'll have to do some research and see which client works best for you, what kind of job works best for you. Now, if I have to list down a few platforms where you can apply as an online tutor, I'd say one of them is Magic Years. They hire teachers to teach English in China. Their hiring process requires you to have a bachelor's degree, then some kind of teaching experience, prior teaching experience, and also you need to be a native English speaker. Then there is also another company called K12. And to get hired over there, again, you have to go through a proper interview process, background checks, references, and those kind of things. But if you're not a licensed teacher and you have that skill of teaching, you can always create your own courses and like put them up on platforms like OutSchool. With these kind of courses, you'll definitely get more flexibility with the number of hours that you want to put, the rates that you want to charge, and also the subjects that you want to teach. So yeah, it definitely gives you more flexibility. Other than that, there are also platforms like Wipkit. This one is incredibly flexible. I mean, you get to set your own hours. There is no lesson planning involved. I mean, you can imagine the level of flexibility you can get with these kind of platforms. There's one more platform that I really want to talk about. It's a very promising platform, and trust me, it often goes unnoticed. And that platform is Facebook. If you can learn how to take full advantage of Facebook, trust me, it is much more than just connecting with friends. And I can actually say that because I've seen a live example of it in my own family. One of my cousins recently started posting on Facebook about the online tuition services that she was willing to provide. She searched on Facebook and posted her ads on multiple Facebook groups where people were searching and listing their requirements for online tutors. It's less than a year and she's already managing a team of online tutors from India. And that team is teaching students from Dubai, from US, and also from Canada. And all of this just by posting on Facebook. And how much did it cost? $0. It was all free of cost. Now let's move on to the next job option. If you like spending a lot of time on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or other social platforms, this can be a job for you. I'm talking about social media management. Social media presence, as you know, has become really important for everyone, not only individuals but also for businesses to stay relevant and stay updated. It's really important to ride that social media trend. Well, not to forget, social media is an excellent platform for advertising, so it kind of justifies its importance. Businesses typically don't really have that much of time to spare for social media. Reason being, it takes a lot of time to make engaging content and videos for social platforms. I would say some companies prefer to have in-house full-time social media managers, but there are also companies who prefer to outsource their tasks and offer part-time remote roles. So this is where a lot of positions for freelancers open up who are willing to work from home. Now, if we talk about how much money you can make as a social media manager, I'd say it largely depends on your experience. You can make money anywhere from $15 an hour to $120 an hour. Yes, there is a lot of scope and there is a lot of money in this field. Now, if you have to list down a few tasks that a social media manager has to perform, it could be running ads on social media platforms, or scheduling posts, or replying to messages, or monitoring online groups. So these are some of the tasks that a social media manager has to perform. Okay, so this brings us to the last and the fifth job option that we have on a list today, and that is working remotely as a call center agent. I know to some people this job option may not sound very cool, but hear me out. Not very long ago, one had to go to the office, sit in his cubicle, and do this job. But things have changed so much now. We don't have to do that anymore. We can be in any part of the world and we can work remotely and make money as a call center agent. We have to list the duties or the responsibilities of a remote call center agent. They're pretty much the same as a traditional call center agent. For example, it could be sales or telemarketing or customer services or customer support. Depending on the nature of the job, you may have to handle the incoming calls, or you might have to make some outgoing calls. Some companies who hire remote call center agents prefer some kind of prior call center experience, but most companies don't need that. They'll probably give you a proper training, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, to list the last thing, that is the potential earning as a call center agent, as a remote call center agent, that would be somewhere between $30,000 a year to $40,000 a year. There are both types of options available in this field. You can either choose a full-time job or a part-time job. Okay, so I think I've shared everything that I wanted to share with you guys today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you found this information useful and resourceful, and if you did, please do not forget to hit that like button, and also do not forget to subscribe my channel. See you next time with a new video, and until then, bye bye.